I already told you, you flea-bitten... Oh, you're not one of my captors. Have you come to help me? The name's Paldine. A band of Khajiit kidnapped me. They're forcing me to decipher the Yokuden runes on the relics they're looting. Damned grave robbers. Thing is, I think I've discovered something valuable down here. More so than wealth. I have a feeling that this is more than just another Yokuden ruin. It's massive, and the runes I've seen hint that something vital awaits inside. I need to get into the sealed inner chamber. Would you be willing to help me? Let's get moving. The ruins are just up ahead, and they won't investigate themselves. Just think, I might be the first to see them since the Yokuden. The first scholar, anyway. My captors wouldn't know a Yokuden ruin from an Imperial vault. It's rather embarrassing. I went out to meet my, lady friend, down by the West Gate. Next thing I knew, someone dropped a sack over my head and knocked me out cold. When I woke up, I was a prisoner. They cleared away a cave-in from the North Passage, and there was the city. Of course, the first few that entered were skewered by traps or eaten by scarabs and gargoyles. It serves them right. Most of my people prize strength of arms and a sharp sword. I prefer scholastic ability and a sharp wit. We should get moving. They check on... Yokuden constructions frequently feature descriptive tablets for pilgrims. With any luck, we'll find one still intact. Look at this. Give me a moment. This is extraordinary. If I'm reading this correctly, the Na-Totambu are buried here. Those were the ancient kings of Yokuda. I think I know what we need to do. Come speak to me when you're ready. This is incredible. According to the tablet, the eyes of Yokuda are here in the city. Legend has it that these 3 gemstones open the door to the Yokuden archive. If I'm correct, the archive might hold the fabled cartulary of the Tamed Dunes. It's a legendary tome that contains knowledge carried over from the land of my ancestors. You think Red Guards are survival experts? The Yokudens forgot more about steelcraft and desert survival than the Red Guards ever learned. The tablet mentions 3 areas: the Gauntlet, the Lair, and the Ruin. I don't know what those are, but they don't sound very inviting. Watch for monsters and traps. You'll probably find both. When you've got the eyes, meet me by the archive. just remarkable.
You have done well, but you must still... This place is lost to time, Wanderer. You could never understand its significance. I am the vestige of a king chosen to serve on the First Council. We came to Völunnfell long ago and thought it our duty to tame this wild land. Why are you here, Wanderer? What makes you worthy of such a relic? Any common thief could make it this far. Only someone truly worthy may take the cartulary from its resting place. The warrior wave of our fleet, the great Ra Gada, sailed to this land in ages past. We are a people of strong and noble heritage. To earn our respect, you must succeed at a trial of combat, of kingship, or of bloodlines. Choose now. Gada brought fear to Völunnfell's shores. Breton, Orc, Nord, and Elf alike trembled at our battle cries and the prowess of our sword saints. To prove yourself worthy, you must best this challenge. Farewell, Wanderer. We shall not meet again.
Magnificent. That couldn't have gone better. I'm taking this straight to King Faharajad in Sentinel. It will take time to translate all of this, but the results will be worth it. You made this all possible. Thank you, my friend. This is going to change the fate of my people, friend. I'll take this to Sentinel immediately. Oh my, I'm not sure I can think that far ahead. So many variables. What will the king's reaction be? What sort of staff will I be given? How many academic summits will I be asked to speak at? So many variables. To be honest, I don't know. But it was guarded by the ghost of an ancient king. Things like that tend to be important. I grow tired of excuses, Narina. When will Totambu
Please,
return?
you have to help me. He's going to take everything...
What do you want? Harassing? I'm collecting on a debt. I gave this woman's husband enough coin to outfit his expedition in return for a number of valuable artifacts. Now he's run off with my money. Splendid. Then this won't be a total loss. Hand them over, and I'll consider Tavo's debt paid in full. Easy now, friend. No need for violence. Yes, I see your point. Forgive me, Narina. Consider Tavo's debt forgiven. I'll leave you to your grief.
Thank you. You didn't have to come to my defense, but I am grateful. I don't know what to say. You bring gifts from the gods in my time of sorrow. I've nothing left, so these will help a lot. After I've mourned my husband, I'll sell them and use the money to leave this place. It holds too many bad memories. Tavo invested in a speculative prospecting expedition. They didn't even find enough gold to pay the diggers. We lost everything. The lost city was just a rumor, but we were desperate. Yambira loaned us the money and... well, you know the rest. With these relics, I should be able to start a new life. It will be bittersweet without my beloved, but it is what he would want. Life in the desert is harsh. One cannot grieve for long, or the sands will swallow them whole. The withered hand comes with Satakal's blessing. Shiri? I do not know this name, nor do I know anything about any Onse ward. I know only that Satakal will soon devour himself. Devour us all. We must warn them. Or must we? No, it matters not.
It is good to see you again, my friend. Now I understand why Tuwaka bid me to come here to Hunding's watch. If you are to save the Alik'r desert from the Withered Hand, there are things you must learn from the spirits of this place. Yes, many of them. And pilgrims come from all over Hammerfell to honor them, the heroes of our greatest wars. It is usually a quiet affair, but when one such as you arrives, spirits of friend and foe alike awaken to create a portrait of the past. To teach you, if you are to be champion of the Alik'r, you must understand the spirit of this desert and its people. Tu'whacca says you must walk in the steps of our heroes, battle the spirits of the enemies they faced. Then you will understand. First, you will face the Nedic peoples. When the Ra Gada first crashed on these shores, the Needs were first to challenge them. Fight the Nedic soldier spirits, claim their essences, and use them to summon and face their leader, War Chief Hakon. That was the name of our Yokudan ancestors during the exodus from our ancient homeland. After Yokuda sank beneath the waves, they sailed here in search of a new home. Their coming was not peaceful. You see, the term Ra Gada means warrior wave. The Nedic peoples were the ancient ancestors of our human kin here in Tamriel. Those who dwelled on the Isle of Herne had long struggled to resist the elves prior to the Ra Gada's arrival. Upon seeing the Yokudan sails, they took up the sword again. They struggled mightily. We honor their bravery. But no, they fell before the Yokudan onslaught like all the others. Yes, my friend, albeit slowly. Not all heed Tu'whacca's words as I do. When the Withered Hand is no more, we will have much to do. All the corpses to be cleaned and dressed. Zet's tears. We will need more throne keepers. Of that I am certain.
You are not welcome here. We will defend our land.
In our fight against the Needs, we saw the raw power of defiance. We came to respect Tamriel and its warriors. You must now battle the giant goblinkin. The Ra Gada's long road to conquest was paved with thousands of these beasts' corpses. Such things are difficult to imagine, yes. In those times, goblins were mighty beasts, and their cruelty was not tempered by cowardice as it is now. Their filthy strongholds littered the sands of Hammerfell like a pox when the Ra Gada arrived. Horrible indeed. Our Yokudan ancestors could not tolerate such a blight on their new homeland. They would suffer no rivals, and so one of their mightiest heroes, Frandar Hunding, rallied the swords of the Ra Gada to slay the beasts. Tu'whacca claimed him during one of the bloodiest battles of the campaign. But his son, Divad, filled with wrath over the slaying of his father, soon rose to take command of the Ra Gada. He swore to avenge his father, no matter the cost. The Song of Divad tells us that he and his band of sword singers worked their sacred forges and consulted eldritch tomes for many long years to create 5 great swords. With these blessed blades, the Ra Gada forever vanquished the giant goblins. Well, Tu'whacca tells me that you must do battle with the spirits of the long-dead giant goblinkin. To what end? I do not know. But only fools doubt Tu'whacca's wisdom. Ironically, it was in our fight against the hideous goblins that we came to love the desert and its simple beauty. Now you must face the proud orc warriors of ancient Orsinium. The fight for the orc city proved to be one of our greatest trials. It is the heart of orcdom in Tamriel, settled at the foot of the Hrothgarian Mountains. It is a city of simple things, towering and cold. It has been razed and rebuilt countless times. The orcs are a tenacious people. Conquerors is a strong word, but yes, of course they were. Our ancestors and the Bretons laid siege to the city for 30 years before finally breaching the walls and razing the city. The orcs proved to be fearsome adversaries. You must face the ancient orcish specters in battle, and then summon and defeat their leader, General Thashaga. Tu'whacca says there is great wisdom to be gleaned from this.
You are not welcome here. We will defend our land.
The swords of Yukuda were not often sheathed. Our long siege of Orsinium taught us the value of patience. Now you must face the forces of the Breton king, Joal, a treacherous asp, whose lust for power led to broken alliances and countless sorrows. He was the king of Daggerfall during the siege of Orsinium. The embers of the Orcish hold had not even cooled before he took up arms against our ancestors, his former allies. He was slain by a heroic sword singer at the Battle of Bankarai Pass. You must slay the perfidious spirits of King Joal's Breton army. Then King Joal himself, I suspect. Tuwaka shall be watching.
Served your purpose, now you will die.
Joal's betrayal taught us yet another virtue. Caution. Wariness. We remain slow to trust, but loyal beyond measure. You have reached the summit. The Make-Way God sees much at this height. Have you learned the greatest lesson of this place? The greatest lesson of Hundig's watch is this. Wars are fleeting, but honor is eternal. The dunes of time are ever shifting. Kings rise and fall. Cities are raised and rebuilt. Alliances are forged and broken. But honor, glory, legend remains. Your valor strikes a mighty bell. The heroes have come here themselves. Makela Derek Hallen, and both Frandar and Divad Hunding. Their spirits have come here to meet you, to challenge you, and to teach you. No, you will not cross blades. The sword singers were as much mages as warriors. They sought strength of body and of mind. These spirits will speak to you. Choose your words with care, though. Tuwaka says they seek to teach and to test.
We must consider negotiation, my son.
To the dogs with that! Hira has killed my mother. He killed your wife.
What you say is true. But many more wives and sisters will die if we take up the sword.
This cave has made a coward of you. We must fight!
To choose for oneself is simple. To choose for a nation is hard. The heaviest blade is as a feather compared to the trust of one's people. Abide with me, and listen carefully. A tyrant threatens your people. If you submit to him, and become his willing thrall, your people will be shown mercy. If you attack, you and your people will be driven from your homeland and exiled to the sea. What do you do? Submission would have brought peace, yes, but at what cost? All that Yokuda was and is finds its source in the blade. We could not waver. Even so, there is always cost. I chose the sword. Many, and many were lost. Was this the greater good?
The goblins approach, my lord. They will slaughter our scouts.
We must hold this pass or the war is lost. Their sacrifice will be remembered always.
Many of our noblest warriors will be slain. How can you turn your back to them?
A goat will run if you strike it. A jackal may bite if you give chase. Only man can choose to do nothing. The path of restraint is often the hardest. I pose to you a question, one that still haunts me. You are a scout for a great army, perched on a mountainside. In the pass below, a band of enemy soldiers slowly approach the position of your dearest friend. Do you abandon your post to help your friend, or do you remain hidden to report the attack? So, you place duty above personal concerns. Your superiors would be pleased, certainly. But could you bear the guilt? Could you walk all the long trails of your life, knowing that your inaction led to the death of your closest friend?
The blades are forbidden. We must not use them.
Without them, our people, our civilization will die.
Taking up those blades may lead to something far worse than death.
All choices exact a toll, Wayfarer. Some are trivial, but some linger for generations. I was forced to drink from a bitter cup in my time, and all Redguards have paid the price. I wonder if you would have made the same choice. Giant goblins, beasts thought conquered by Divad, have returned. The fight goes poorly. You know the location of powerful magicked blades. They are dangerous. They were hidden for a reason. Do you seek out the blades, or fight on without them? I acted as you would. We chose the blades and destroyed the beasts. But as a result, the Shahai, or spirit swords, were forever destroyed. Centuries of wondrous tradition was snuffed out. I must bear that weight always.
I spent my early years as a maiden of a spirit blade. As early as I can remember. Great heroes often carry the greatest regrets. They lie buried in the sand with the bones and broken blades, hidden, forgotten. I had many stories to pass on, but only one is known. Hearken to me. You have won a great battle and covered yourself in glory. But you are gravely wounded. A magical memory stone will allow you to record your last thoughts. Do you think of the battle recording history? Or do you immortalize your beloved family? The battle was important, yes. But is love not also worthy of remembrance? I thought of my training and the details of the battle, but as I turned my thoughts to family, death silenced me. Now they are forgotten, lost for all time.
Tuwaka tells me the heroic spirits have returned to their slumber. Ah, only Tuwaka has such knowledge, my friend. I could barely hear you from here. Luckily, Tuwaka has shared some of his wisdom with me. You show great wisdom with your choices. You pursue the deepest honor, that which is found in sacrifice. Your pursuit of the withered hand is proof of this, is it not so? Only know that caution is sometimes the enemy of progress. What? No! I simply thought you'd like to know what Tuwaka thought of you. He is an excellent judge of character. No. The real lesson of these heroes is that legend always carries a price. You must be prepared to pay that toll when it comes. Tuwaka extends his hand. You need only enter the portal, and you will be transported back to the desert below.
Please, tell me you have seen her. Shiri, the scholar's apprentice. Have you seen her? She had the ancient text from the Withered Hand necromancer at Tava's Blessing. She was supposed to go back to Bergama, but she never made it. We knew Shiri believed the Third Ward was here, and that you came this way, so we were hoping. Alas, there is one other place she might be, but I am too weak to make the journey. Will you take on the search for Shiri in my stead? It is not just Shiri. It is the text she found at Tava's Blessing. Scholar Zore says it must be kept away from the Withered Hand. Shiri has a cousin in Satakalam, Nahira. Please, you must go and see if Shiri is there. Thank you, my friend. Prince Azah said you were indispensable. I now see why. You do an old soldier a great favor by helping. I hope Shiri is not hurt, and even more so, I hope that text has not been taken again by the Withered Hand. I was beset by many troubles on the journey from Tava's Blessing. Scorpions, dune rippers, and then, not far from here, I was ambushed by the Withered Hand. I managed to kill the dirty dogs, but not before they had hurt me pretty good. Yes, I just need time to rest, to eat, and to properly bandage my wounds. Finding Shiri is too important, though. I would have made myself go on, however slowly, if you were not here. I do not know, but it is all we have to go on. Scholar Zore was almost certain Shiri would have come here, but she suggested Satakalam as her next guess. Shiri was not close to her cousin, but Zore said she planned to visit Nahira someday. She needs to take that text she found in Tava's Blessing and bring it back to Zore and Bergama. If you are willing, I would suggest you escort the girl there yourself. She seems to have a talent for getting lost.
bird'll do nicely.